I have a cat. And he does the meme. So, Egyptians, bro. Egyptians. Like, the pyramids, right? Yes, I love you, my baby. So, mad segue. Our grandparents die. So, yeah, like, some people, like, our grandparents die, then we have our parents. And we can learn from our grandparents what we can learn from our grandparents, and we learn from our parents what we learn from our parents. However, some people just don't have grandparents, or even great grandparents, or even parents, unfortunately. And so, again, some of us do have grandparents. Some of us have parents. Some of us have parents, grandparents, great grandparents. Some of us have family trees. Some of us have a chronology, I guess you could say. If you're born young, and your elders haven't really aged, like, you're in luck. So, again, I want to double down on the knowledge that our elders have, that your parents have, those who may or may not exist, everything that they ever told you or not. Your grandparents, who may or may not exist, everything that they ever told you or not. Great grandparents. Some people actually have their great great grandparents that they can speak to. And it's wild, because, like, how far ago was that? You know, if you're talking about like 3 generations, that's like 100 years, right? Like easily. I don't know. I could be wrong, but just assume, right? Like, from a psychological perspective, 20 years, right? You've been born for 20 years, so you have knowledge, right? Cool, right? Cool. So now you're 30. So now you're basically 10 years of existence, but 20 years of experience. Now, when you become 40, you have 40 years of knowledge. You know, my dad has like 60 years of knowledge with like 12 years of existence. My grandparents would have had so much more. Like, they still had their knowledge. And God bless for my dad, him actually recording all of our fucking history. Like, what a nut. He has accurate documentation of his side of the family, and he's even gone down the rabbit hole of my mom's family and of my sister's husband's family, and we have such an immaculate family tree. Like, I wish I could just like pull it out and show you right now, but it's fragile history, so like museums, we don't want to fuck it up. So, but anyway, I'm just wondering, like, as we can go so far back, like, my dad has literally traced my family history to coming over on the same boat as John Smith, Captain John Smith, which was the dude from fucking Pocahontas. Like, we were on John Smith's boat. The dude that was with Pocahontas. He's not as glamored as the Disney movie, but we still came on his boat. We still came over across the water on his fucking boat, the ocean. And so I just wonder, like, how long does it take? How long does it take for experience and rituals and habits to become culture? Like, is like, I mean, 400 years is how long America, like, that's how old America is. Comment below. Like, does America have culture yet? I mean, I know we're a melting pot, but do we have our own specific culture? So then if you go back to like 1400s or whenever John Smith came, I mean, I know, like, even before, there's still some documents of like 1406 or something. And then I think on my mom's side, the Van Meters, like 1100s. Like, again, where does culture begin? Like, I guess I would think that culture would begin like a long time ago, but I don't know. You know, like, I'm kind of afraid because, like, I have these stories that are being told to me, and I have these stories are being told to my sister and my cousins, and my cousins aren't so in tune to the family history. My sister and I are, but like, if we stop telling the story of the Ackridges, of the Van Meters, of the Granados, like, essentially that entire culture, like, that entire timeline could end. So that makes me think of like the Egyptians, going back to the beginning, the pyramids. What if the people, the younger generations just were like, no, we don't, everything is fine. We don't want your stories. We don't want to know your stories. Where everything is fine. We're going to do our own shit. We're not going to listen to your stories. And then the stories were forgotten. And they were never found again because nobody knew the fucking stories. Like, that's what really kind of terrifies me, you know, baby, is that we're going to stop telling stories. So, I mean, I don't know. Shout out to my dad. That's not where I began with this video, but shout out to him for keeping all of that fucking history. Now I feel obligated. I feel very obligated. So fuck you for making me be obligated to be the torchbearer of our history. or Emily. But, you know, again, you know, that's probably how we lost the information on the pyramids. Like, when we stop telling stories, the stories are done being told. And I never want to stop telling the story of my family, man, because I'm a part of it. It's amazing. Like, I'm here talking to you guys in this era. This right now isn't gone. This is being recorded. It's here. It's not non-obligant. It's fucking existant. So, yeah, man, my name's RJ. Fucking 48 Sharks. Like, share, comment, start a conversation, subscribe. Let's fucking get it.